for a team's a bunch of badasses, if you know what I mean. They're coming out of the sky, out of the sea, and on land gonna take it to the enemy. Lock and load, boys, time to explode, boys. Just make sure you get home, boys. They got your back, the pride of the fleet, the pipe swinging forward, man. You're the UDT. They don't do it for the money, they do it for the country. It's not about fame. They do it for the USA.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to Autoclub with the race underway after having some technical difficulties here tonight. Give a good shout out to NVIDIA and their game update drivers for deciding to cattywampus my system and having to cause me to restart it and get it back underway. We are back and at it again. Let's take a look at your drivers now, folks. There he is, the number 4 of Derek Bordeaux here tonight. It's still not getting what I need out of that. So, Derek Bordeaux is your leader. Marcus Richardson in second. The 78 of Ariotti running in third. Your Fast 3 drivers here in the series. Making our way through the track here on lap number 47. Into the turn they go. Derek Bordeaux just ahead of the number 12 there. That number 12 that you are seeing right behind him. I believe that, excuse me, 12 is the 42. Sorry about that to that driver. David Shutt there right behind him. Marcus Richardson now making his way through the turn. Into the straightaway he comes. And a nice looking paint scheme on that number 2 car. Kiss my bass, Marcus Richardson says. There you see Ariotti and Bobby Zielinski back there in third and fourth respectively. Connor Anton, the number 48, Jimmy Johnson Lowe's paint scheme. Working his way around the track, back there in your top 5. So that is your top 5. Bordeaux, Richardson, Ariotti, Bobby Zielinski, and Connor Anton here on lap 49. It'll be 50 to go when they cross the start-finish line. Checking back in 6th position.
All right, man, caution is out.
And we got our first caution of the night. Have to take a look through the field to see if we can get. And there it is, the 86 of Ayrton Shelley. Let's run back the replay camera, see if we can capture the action there. Looks like just a little bit of spin out there for that 86 M&M car. Tough break there, bringing out a caution here with 50 to go. This is the Autism Awareness Series Sim Racing Authority this Monday night. Thank you for tuning in and bearing with us in all our technical difficulties. We'll be back.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Autoclub here this Monday night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to say I believe we have all the kinks worked out here tonight. And while we are under caution for the second time here tonight, we're going to bring in that number 2 car of Marcus Richardson. Didn't get a chance to get an interview with him during his qualifying time, so we'll go ahead and get an interview with him now if he's available. Marcus, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, taking a look at the race so far, tell us a little bit about how that track is handling, what you're expecting out of this race, and especially coming off of last week's race.
Just looking for a solid finish, but I think I got a shot to win here. I'm really comfortable racing here. It's my favorite track, and looking forward to the last little bit here. I'm fighting extreme tight conditions, but everyone else is telling me they're loose. So I don't really know. I guess it's just my driving style, how I drive the track, but I'm plowing everywhere, but it seems to be working for me, I guess.
All right, well, hopefully it'll continue to work in your favor as you make your way through the field, sitting in third here, going back to green. Is there any shout-outs you'd like to give to the YouTube audience?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to you for broadcasting, everybody at SRA for showing up for the race, and everybody at Auto Targets over on the truck side for sponsoring us, and WK&D Designs, and let's see what happens. I'm not really expecting anything here for a little bit. I'm terrible in the short run. I can't turn, so we'll see what happens.
All right, Marcus. Well, thanks for the time, and best of luck to you in the remainder of the race.
Yep.
There you have it, folks. Marcus Richardson, the gentleman in that Bass Pro Shops Ford Fusion, giving us an interview here. We tried to get one earlier on tonight. Not able to do so, but nevertheless, he does provide us with one just now. So the lights have come off that pace car. We're going to be set to go green with 47 to go in the race here, the second race of this season. Marcus Richardson was the defending champ out of the Tornado Tailgater Series, is what the series title was called last season. But this season they decided to go with the Autism Awareness Series to raise awareness. There's some fellow drivers out there with the condition, and they are driving, so they're always happy to be able to raise awareness for their friends and drivers alike. Pace car set to go into the pits. There it goes! Making their way down towards the start-finish line. Green flag in the air. We're back to the race. as they cross the start-finish line. 46 to go in the race. Ariati, shown as your race leader. He makes his way through the track. Marcus Richardson now battling up there, trying to hold on to third position as the number 5 of Bobby Zielinski right there behind him. We take a look at the information on Zielinski. California driver here tonight started 7th on the grid. His fast lap time here tonight, 39.66. Looks to chase down Marcus Richardson up there in 3rd as we take a look. We just talked to him earlier on. Zielinski now looks to the outside of the number 2. As they make their way down across the start-finish line, it'll be 45 to go here tonight. Derek Bordeaux, as you can see there, he started 2nd. He's led 37 laps of this race. Now looks behind the 78 of Ariati. Canadian driver with a fast time here tonight, 39.47. Let's take a look at your stats on your leader. There he is. That Georgia driver's led the last 5 laps of this race, folks. Started on the pole here tonight and went down quick as Derek Bordeaux was able to get around him. And now Marcus Richardson looks to the inside of Derek Bordeaux. Here they come across the start-finish line, working their way into turn number 1, and that number 2 side by side with Bordeaux as they head into turn number 1. Richardson electing to stay in that lower groove as Bordeaux stays in the middle. Out of turn number 2, it's going to be a drag race for the 2nd position. Who's it going to be? Bordeaux's got the lead over the number 2 of Richardson as they head towards turn number 3, and he's going to come down right in front of him into that lower groove of turns 3 and 4 to maintain that 2nd position. What a good battle that was there for 2nd. Jumping back to 5th position, Connor Anton. Another Canadian driver here tonight, folks. Fast lap time for him is 39.67, currently in 5th position, right in front of the number 24 of Bobby Cheney running that Napa Know-How car. See Bobby Cheney's fast time here tonight, 39.84, started 9th on the grid, up 3 positions here with 43 to go in the race. That looks like the 25 of Tyler Ducharme, trying to pull off an Xfinity move by running the high line here. Losing out just a little bit. At Autoclub, we saw it happen last year. A lot of people working that high line, and it was able to work in their favor, but today, not looking to be that way, as the 32 of David Helt looks to the inside of Ducharme, has to check up just a little bit coming out of turn number 2. Behind him now on the move, the number 1 of Jared T. Darling. That Illinois driver is going to pass that 32 to the inside as they work their way into turn number 3. That 53 of Nicholas Coruscant, another Club Ohio driver. Coming out of turn number 4. Led 1 lap of this race, was under caution. Started 21st, he's up to 11th position. What a battle we have right here for 9th position as Jared Darling battling side by side with Dean Helt. Working their way through that turn. Alex Peck back there in the 59. And look at that! Darling, a little bit of contact with Helt's going to lose 2, almost 3 positions now as he falls back to 12. Let's jump back up and take a look at the race lead. There he is, folks, Derek Bordeaux. Coming out of turn number 4, works his way down that front stretch. Got that number 2 of Marcus Richardson on his tail. Richardson said he was looking a little tight as everybody else was loose. As he heads into turn number 1, looks like he's able to hold his line perfectly. Not losing too much there off that number 4 as they come down the back straightaway. Marcus Richardson trying to pick up some rear draft off of Bordeaux. Zielinski now up to 3rd as Ariati's going to fall back to 4th. Look at the gap there. You can see that. How quick you could fall back just with a little bit of sliding. Looks like Richardson is just playing the patience game. This Atlantic driver started 5th, is up to 2nd position. 39 laps to go in the race. The second race of this 15 race series, folks. Long haul ahead. Derek Bordeaux, your race leader, won last week at Talladega in that 90 lap affair. There's the 78 of Ariati, working his way into turn number 1 behind him. And number 48 of Connor Anton in the top 5. Down that back straightaway they come. Bobby Chaney still holding on to 6th position. Tyler Ducharme, definitely a better week this week, as last week in that series opener, not having a good race. But tonight he's holding steady in 7th position. Delonte Ballard, the number 21 car, working across the start-finish line. 37 to go in the race. Dean Helt now, folks. Still holding on to 9th position as the 59 of Alex Peck right there behind him, rounding out your top 10. 22 of Alex Cheminade, French driver, started 15th. He's up 4 positions as we see the 42 of David Schutt overtake that number 1 of Jared T. Darling for 12th position. And the 53 of Coruscant providing some draft support. We got a 3 train in. Here comes Jared T. Darling to the inside of Schutt. Darling now makes his way underneath in the turn, the 53 down low. That is Nicholas Coruscant, going to make it 3 wide as they work down the back straightaway, and Coruscant with a side draft, able to get out ahead of Darling into turn number 3. Down comes Schutt. And look at that. The top and low grooves are going to win out, leaving that middle groove of Jared T. Darling to fall back to the 33 of Matt Simpson now. What a battle we have here, folks. The 42 of David Schutt battling Nicholas Coruscant for 12th position. These guys are fighting at this position as if it was for the lead. Speaking of the lead, let's jump back up there. There he is, Derek Bordeaux, still comfortably holding on, per se, to the lead. As Marcus Richardson still putting the pressure on, looks to the inside now. Marcus Richardson may make his move here in turn number 1. We'll have to see as they cross the start-finish line. Going to be side by side. Richardson going to work that lower line. We've seen this before. Richardson works that lower groove. And Bordeaux up in the middle. And Bordeaux's won out last time. Let's see how it works out. Now Ariati looking to come up to the bumper of the 5 of Bobby Zielinski. And Bordeaux, 2 Fords battling out up front. Richardson going to dive it down into turn number 3. Here comes Zielinski. Oh, a little bit of contact between Bordeaux and Richardson. Richardson now takes the lead. Down the front stretch they come. It'll be 33 to go at the line. And Richardson down to the low groove yet again. He's going to work it. And look at the gap he gets now, as he's finally ahead into that clean air, and he's pulling away just a little bit. Seeing a little bit of slide action from the 4 of Bordeaux coming out of turn number 2. Zielinski, look at the gap. It's almost a perfect gap between the first 4 drivers. Bordeaux's not ready to go. Quietly behind the number 2 of Richardson as he now looks to take him. Will he work that inside, or will he keep it to the outside as they head into the first turn? He settles up right there behind Richardson. Jumping back into 5th position as these guys are going to battle it out. Not sure that Bordeaux's going to make a move just yet. They give it a couple more laps as they head into turn number 3, and Richardson's going to pull away. Let's jump back into 5th position. Connor Anton, as we take a look at his information there, currently about a 1.5 seconds behind Richardson. as he works his way out of turn 4 down the front stretch. Bobby Cheney looks to be about almost 3/4 of a second behind Anton. He has the 25 of Ducharme now looking to the inside as they head into that first turn. Ducharme going to check up just a little bit. That gives the room for the 21 of Delonte Ballard to move up and battle Ducharme for 7th. Ducharme now up to the bumper of Cheney as they work their way into the third turn. Things seem to be settling out just per se for now, but here comes Ducharme to the inside. He's going to be with Bobby Cheney. Side by side, here they come down the front stretch, and Tyler Ducharme taking away 6th position. And Delonte Ballard's going to follow suit, leaving Bobby Cheney up in that middle groove, who's going to lose out. Falls from 6th to 8th position. Cheney now looks to the bumper of Ballard as they come down the backstretch. Ballard looking to the inside of Ducharme. Delonte Ballard wants that 6th position bad as he's battling down in that lower groove. Ducharme coming down. Side draft provided for the 21. He's got the groove and the speed. Here it comes out of turn number 4 down the front stretch. What a battle this is. Using that apron, Delonte Ballard is going to be able to edge out the 25 so far into turn number 1. And here comes Bobby Cheney to the inside of Tyler Ducharme. He got a little tight there in turn number 2. Is going to lose out just a little bit. He'll fall up behind the 25. What a battle it's going on for 6th position. Jumping back up to your race lead, there is Marcus Richardson now. 15 laps led for that number 2 Ford Fusion Bass Pro Shops car. As he works his way down the front stretch, across the start-finish line, it'll be 28 to go. Derek Bordeaux, not too far off of him. A lot of drivers will mention that when they are following second or following the leader, it's almost like a chess match. You got to play it patiently. Excuse me, losing my voice there. You got to play it patiently. Let that driver in the lead feel the pressure of you behind him. One slip up, you could be right by him in the lead. Zielinski back there in 3rd position. Now looks to the high side as Derek Bordeaux comes down pit road. We get you down there for the action. Let's see what this Ford Fusion does. On pit road, will it be a 4-tire swap? He's got 27 laps to go. It'll be 26 once he crosses the start-finish line. As he brings it down pit road there at 57 miles an hour, works towards his pit stall. The second pit box. There comes Ariotti right there in front of him. Let's check the battle off of pit road. It's going to be a 4-tire swap. Getting that nice turn 1 cam on pit road. Who's it going to be? As the now Ariotti, looks like Bordeaux will beat Ariotti off of pit road. Here he comes out, and Ariotti right there behind him makes his way off of pit road. There's Bobby Cheney making his way off. A couple other drivers coming off of pit road. Here's the number 1 of Jared T. Darling. And the rest of them now making their way down. As Richardson, we jump over there and get you that action. It's going to be a 4-tire swap for this race leader. Led 17 laps. Shutt now making his way into the pit stall. Back to the pit exit cam. There comes all the cars getting their final pit stops in the race for tonight. Alex Peck, Freddie De La Rosa, Matt Simpson coming off of pit road, and here comes the 42 of Shutt. So Alex Cheminade, the French driver, the number 22 car, down the backstretch, running that GTA 5 paint scheme. Works his way towards turn number 3 with Nicholas Corcel to the high side. Into turns 3 and 4 they go, and Corcel now takes the lead. As the 22 may be going down pit road, yes. Alex Cheminade working his way down pit road. So this gentleman right here in that 53 car The Club Ohio driver who started 21st will lead 3 laps now as he works his way into turn number 1. He's got that 59 of Alex Peck right there behind him. But it looks like Alex Peck is currently 1 lap down. We'll be back onto the lead lap now as Freddie De La Rosa, the number 17 car, makes his way down the back straightaway ahead of that 53 of Coruscant. Gentleman who's sitting back in second position is the 32 of Dean Held. That Red Bull car here tonight has battled hard for some top 10 slots. Currently sitting second. I believe he'll have one more pit stop under his belt before it's all said and done here tonight. Started 17th. Glad to be running up in second. Zielinski, this gentleman, the other Red Bull car on the field. California driver here, folks, started 7th. He's in 3rd position. Once the other 2 gentlemen ahead of him, the Coruscant number 53 and the Helt number 32, decide to make their pit stops, this will be your race leader because he's got Marcus Richardson right there behind him. As we watch the 53 make his way down the front stretch across the start-finish line. 22 to go in the race tonight. Again, folks, we do thank you for being able to tune in and watch with us through all of our technical difficulties we have happen here this evening. Not like us to be able to go down in the middle of a broadcast. We do apologize for that. Graphic updates are OP, as they would say in the gaming world, need nerfed. I decided to take over my computer and cause me to shut it down and restart it. Coruscant with 20 to go. Still 21, excuse me. I was expecting to see the lap change there. 21 to go. Coruscant still has yet to make his way down pit road, as it does look like he's slowing up. Here comes the 42 of Shutt. Shutt sitting currently 2 laps down. Will get his lap back as he passes the 53. And Coruscant slowing up completely. Imagine he's going to hit the pit lane this time around. No, he's running the high line. There's the 21 of Delonte Ballard passing him to the inside now. So Coruscant and Helt. 089, that is Sean Williams. The 22 there is Alex Cheminade making his way underneath the 089. Tried to get under the 32, and is he going to thread the needle? Not able to do so. So Coruscant knows he's exactly missed the pit window. As we see now the 28 looks to come up and pass him to the inside. 28 car. Let's take a look at our list here tonight. That is Cody Miller. Another new driver. This Pennsylvania driver here tonight started 16th. He's currently sitting in 12th position. But back to Coruscant, folks. His 53 car knows he's missed his pit window, but he's just trying to get some extra points with laps led. Provide some extra points in the series. As he works his way down the front stretch, it'll be 9 laps led now for the 53. Richardson back there in second position, being pushed by the number 5 of Bobby Zielinski. Working their way through turns 3 and 4. Ariati back there in 4th position. About 1.6 seconds behind Zielinski. The 48 of Connor Anton back there in 5th. Still not seen that 53 come in. So it's going to be 10 laps led there for Coruscant as he comes across the start-finish line. 17 remain in the race. He slows up now. Through the turn. Into the back straightaway he goes. People are going to be wondering when it's going to be. He's slowing up through turns 3 and 4. Will he make a move to the low line? He fans it out to the wall, and he's going to go around again. 16 laps to go. This is interesting. You got to wonder if he's got enough to make it the distance. As we take a look, he's got a 19-second gap over Marcus Richardson. This would be amazing to see if that 53 is able to pull it off. 22 of Cheminade looking to the inside of the 53 as they come down the back straightaway towards turn number 3. Number 22 car is currently sitting in 17th position as Alex now gets in front of the 53. Coruscant again to the wall. Will not go down pit road. It'll be 15 to go when he crosses the start-finish line. Here comes Sean Williams underneath him. Marcus Richardson has already picked up 2 seconds on that 53 car. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Zielinski looks to the inside of Marcus Richardson as they cross the start-finish line. Working their way towards turn number 1, Zielinski. Not quite the low groove he wants, and he's going to get in front of Richardson. Zielinski now moves into second position. That Red Bull number 5's looking pretty fast here tonight. When Coruscant makes his way down pit road. If and when, I should say, as they now have picked up another second on the leader. Zielinski out of turn number 4 has about a tenth of a second lead over Richardson. 14 remain in the race here at Autoclub. Ariati, if you take a look, his driver information looks to be about 2 seconds behind Marcus Richardson as he heads out of turn number 2. Connor Anton, just about 0.3 of a second behind Adi, excuse me. Coruscant into turn number 1. 13 laps to go. Could this be a Cinderella story here tonight, folks? Nicholas Coruscant, out of nowhere, has a 12-second lead. He's got 13 laps to go. If they're progressively picking up a second each time on him, could make it really interesting towards the end, or will this 53 make his way down pit road? We just don't know, as he now, coming out of turn number 4, keeps it against the wall. $12 to go for Nicholas Coruscant. There is your second place driver right now. As you can see, he's 11 seconds. It's like every lap, they're picking up 1 second on the 53. Zielinski into turns 1 and 2 has extended his gap over Marcus Richardson. Last week's winner, Derek Bordeaux, having some issues on his car. Down pit road, not exactly sure what happened. Here comes that 53 into turn number 1. He's got 11 laps to go. And now 2 seconds have been gained from Zielinski. It's 9 seconds off Coruscant here as he works his way down the back straightaway. Ten laps to go for that 53 now, folks. The tension starts to build right here. Once Zielinski crosses the start-finish line, he's picked up 1 second off that number 53. 8 seconds behind Coruscant as he looks a little loose. Coming out of turn number 2, the older tires definitely becoming a factor. Not only is it causing him to run slower lap times, but it's getting him dangerously loose coming out of these turns. Out of turn number 4 now. Nicholas Coruscant keeps it to the wall. It's impressive. 9 to go. As you can see, once he crosses the start-finish line here. There it is. 18 laps led for that 53 car. So Zielinski, with 9 to go, picks up 3 more seconds. Right there he is. 6 seconds and gaining. Look at that time just peel off. That gap that's between Zielinski and Coruscant. My goodness. Here they come down the back straightaway. Marcus Richardson closing the gap behind that number 5 Red Bull machine. We got 9 laps to go. It'll be 8 to go. Once Coruscant crosses the line, here he is again. Very impressive to keep the car out this long, folks. 8 to go. And now let's drop to 5-second gap. As we jump back into second position, there is Zielinski and Richardson. Gaining on him now. You can see the thousands of seconds just peeling away at that gap. Richardson now to the bumper of Zielinski, providing some bump draft support. Looks to the inside. Here comes Marcus Richardson in turn number 3. Will he have enough to pass Zielinski? Side by side, coming out of turn number 4, down the front stretch. Look at these guys. You think it's the last lap as hard as they're side by side, door to door, heading into turn number 1, and Richardson's going to keep the 5 of Zielinski higher than what he wants to run, just to edge him out a little bit. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen, the Zielinski's making a move back. These guys are leapfrogging for it. 7 laps to go in the race. This is some amazing stuff. Coruscant keeping his car out, and these guys battling as if it was the lead on the last lap. Richardson now to the high side. What a battle for second position. Zielinski's now followed behind the number 2. Strong suit coming out of turn number 2. That number 5. Keep an eye and see if he tries the inside of Richardson yet again as they work their way out of turn number 2. He's catching some of that rear draft off of Richardson. Let's jump back up and take a look at Coruscant now. As you can see, Coruscant just 2.8 seconds got a lead. Still keeping that car out there. And at this point, no, he's going to bring it in. Nicholas Coruscant throws in the towel and said, I'll collect my laps led as the total count comes to 21 with 5 to go. Brings it down pit road. A valiant effort from the number 53 of Nicholas Coruscant, bringing it down pit road. Final pit stop here. He's just going to take some fuel. At this point, he's going to save face, just take some fuel, bring it back out, and finish her up with 5 to go. Valiant effort to run that car as long as he could here tonight, folks. Tilt your hat to this driver here. He makes his way back out onto the track. Just not enough fuel. We jump back up and take a look at the race lead now. Here comes Marcus Richardson, fighting hard to keep the lead as Zielinski, the number 5 Red Bull, right there behind him, got loose coming out of the second turn. Here they go into turn number 3. It'll be 3 to go at the line. Look at the gap Richardson picks up now on Zielinski in turn 3, coming out of turn number 4. Zielinski's trying to rally back. Richardson at the line. 3 to go here at Autoclub. Ariati back there in that number 78 Bass Pro Shops car works his way into turn number 1. This driver here had 8 laps led. Currently 3 seconds down behind your race leader. Connor Anton, the 48, back to 4th position now. Just about 3.5 seconds off of Richardson. Marcus Richardson extends his gap over Zielinski as he comes across the start-finish line. Only 2 more laps here for the number 2. Top 5 at the bottom left of your screen, folks. Richardson, Zielinski, Audi, Anton, and Ducharme. Tyler Ducharme battling with Bobby Cheney back there. These guys are side by side for 5th position. Cheney's the 24 Napa to the inside, the 3M Ducharme with the 25. To the high side, here they come out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, and look at the side-by-side battle. These guys are going hard for 5th position. Richardson now white flagged in the air for the number 2 as he crosses the start-finish line. 1 more lap to go. Into turn number 1. It's go time for that number 5 Red Bull. Take a big swig of it, Zielinski, and get that motor going. You need to catch this number 2. Richardson felt very confident about his car here tonight, that he was going to have the fastest car to be able to pull off a victory, and it's showing as he's working his way down this final lap into turn number 3. 1 more turn for the number 2. Here he comes out of turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. Richardson down the front stretch, checkered flag in the air, and Marcus Richardson's going to take victory here at Autoclub. Let's jump back for 5th position. Bobby Cheney edging out Tyler Ducharme. He's going to block him on the apron, and Bobby Cheney takes 5th position over the 25 of Tyler Ducharme. What a battle back there in 5th position. Not taken away from Ariati, finishing in 3rd, and Connor Anton in 4th position here tonight. Well, if you stuck with us, folks, what a battle and some great racing you got to see here tonight. Do apologize for our technical difficulties that we had, but a great conclusion to a great race from a great league here on this Monday night. Take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll have some driver interviews for you, so definitely want to stay tuned. We'll be back.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRA Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Give it up for the teams, a bunch of badasses if you know what I mean. They're coming out of the sky, out of the sea, and on land, gonna take it to the enemy. Lock and load, boys, time to explode, boys. Just make sure you get home, boys. They got your back, the pride of the fleet, the pipe swinging forward man, you're the UDT. They don't do it for the money.
Welcome back to Auto Club for tonight's conclusion ceremonies and interviews for the race that took place here tonight. There it is, the Autism Awareness Series, brought to you by the Sim Racing Authority League here on the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. Before we head to the interviews, let's go ahead and take a look at the results. Marcus Richardson finishing first. Bobby Zielinski not too far behind in second. Ariati in third. Connor Anton, Bobby Cheney rounding out your top five. Very good battle there for fifth position. Tyler Ducharme out of the top five, looking at sixth position tonight. Alex Peck, Freddie De La Rosa, Jared Darling, Cody Miller, new face to the crowd, finishes 10th. Go ahead and get an interview now here from the third place driver. This gentleman here, last week in the opener at Talladega, finished fourth. He moves up into third, improves one position week over week. Tell you what, Ari, coming into tonight, you looked pretty good. Tell us a little bit about the race you endured here at Auto Club.
Yeah, I've always kind of ran pretty well here. I really knew it was going to be sort of a Derek and Marcus kind of race because they were wheelmen, and it was really loose coming off of turn two. So, you know, it just kind of goes to show you just how competitive this league is, because once I got back there in third and Derek had given up the lead to Marcus, and I started reeling both of them back in. Like I think there was a lap or two back there where I was driving just, at the absolute edge, and I remember I gained literally 1,000th on Marcus on one lap. So it's just, it's frustrating because I drove as hard as I could tonight, and it was third best. So it is what it is. Like I said, this league is really competitive. So again, another top five finish, I'll definitely take it.
And we heard tonight, we had a chance to talk with Marcus during a caution, and he said his car was feeling tight. Others were reporting it feeling loose. How did you overall feel the car was handling through the turns?
Yeah, for me, it was pretty tight in 3 and 4. But I was really having a lot of trouble in 1 and 2 the entire night, just coming off of turn 2. I think that was where I was losing the majority of my speed. Just 1 and 2 in general, just getting into the turn and then coming off of it. It was just a handful for me the entire night. So again, just goes hats off to Marcus and Bobby. I don't know how they drove as hard as they did, but congrats to them and everyone else tonight.
Well, we head into Kentucky next week. Can you give us a preview of what we can expect from the 78? And actually, if I may as well, told the audience a little bit, you changed your number from the 15 to the 78. If you could just give us that a little preview as well, what we can expect from you next week in Kentucky.
Unfortunately, and I did say this last season, but I actually will not be, and it's a definite, I will not be attending the race or next week. I'll be out of town for my vacation, which actually got moved to this week. So unfortunately, I won't be there next week. But I changed numbers just because I am a Clinton Boyer fan, but unfortunately, we moved over to the Chevy, and my entire family, we drive Toyotas, and my 02 Toyota's got a lot of miles on it, like 362,000, and she's still going. So I love my Toyota, and that's pretty much it. So good luck to these guys next week, and we'll get in the week after.
All right. Thank you much for your time, Ari, and we appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks.
Sounds good, buddy.
There you have it, folks. Number change there for the number 78 of Ariati. So driver loyalty, brand loyalty, Toyota making the decision there for Ariati, and tonight he comes home third, improving one position from last week. We're going to go to second place driver here tonight. Very hard-fought battle. jumped around just a little bit, kind of leapfrog action there for the last few laps. And I tell you what, Bobby, heck of a job driving the wheels off of that number 5 Red Bull car here tonight. You definitely looked like you had a big swig of it heading into turns 1 and 2, and especially turn 3 looked to be like it was your turn to close the gap there on Marcus Richardson. Tell us a little bit about your race here tonight.
Yeah, man, it's sucks to lose like that, man. It was a really good battle with Marcus, though. It's really fun to race him. Really clean stuff. But yeah, at the beginning of the race, I started 7th, and I was struggling pretty hard that first 50 lap run thing, or for the first pit stop, and I started trying to arc it more and figuring out how to arc it. I finally figured it out, and that's when my race turned around. I started driving up to the front.
And it looks like it's going to work out in your favor, though. I mean, last week at the opener at Talladega, you finished 3rd. Just like Ariotti, you improved 1 position up there into 2nd this week, so definitely got to give yourself a nod there in that respect. But is there any shout-outs you'd like to give for the audience?
Give a shout-out to Marcus for a good race. Yeah, he give him a shout-out for winning. He's really fun. I really wanted to win. But what are you going to do? Just got to get better. Give a shout out to you for broadcasting and everybody watching.
Well, we head into Kentucky next week, and knowing that Ariotti's not going to be fielding that grid, can you give us a little bit of idea what your experience is like, if that's a favorite track from the number 5 crew, or what week do we got ahead for us there?
That's another one of those tracks where you gotta be really good at arcing it in, and I don't like arcing it in. I just kind of figured it out today. If I could figure it out next week, I'll count on me being up front. But I've been all right at Kentucky. I'm not really looking forward to it, but we're gonna aim for the win like always.
All right. Well, congratulations again, finishing 2nd here tonight. We look forward to seeing your hard work throughout this week, next week at Kentucky, and seeing where you finish there. So congratulations again, Bobby, and we will catch you next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, folks. Well, there you have it. Bobby Zielinski coming in 2nd position here tonight. Fought hard with this gentleman right here who we had the opportunity to talk to. Kind of, won't really call it a gloat, Marcus, but you felt confident you had one of the faster cars here tonight, and it shows. Able to run down. Tell us, when you were sitting back there battling with Zielinski for 2nd position, did you know that Nicholas Coruscant had put down 20 laps lead there?
I remember glancing up and then seeing I was 3rd, and then I knew he was staying out for a while, but I knew he wasn't going to be able to make it on gas. He would have to slow down too much, and then I just zoned out. I didn't even realize he stayed out that long, so I was just treating Zielinski like he was the leader, and then looking at the results after the race, Zielinski never led a lap, so that's odd.
Yeah, it was a good battle between you guys, battling very, very hard, and Coruscant staying out, definitely robbing the hopes of Zielinski getting some laps led here at Autoclub. But definitely some good work done. You mentioned while we talked to you in the caution that your car was acting very tight. From the point on to the end of the race, did it seem to run, or did it loosen up for you, or how did it feel? Because you really picked up some gappage between the number 5 car.
As the run went on, the pace slowed down. It got better for me. I tend to drive a little better, I feel like, when the pace slows down. So as the pace slowed down, tires were old, it drove better for me, but I was still plowing. Everybody was screaming that they were loose, and I don't get it. I was tight. As soon as we want to restart, that's why I couldn't qualify very well, because I just couldn't turn. I could get it loose if I messed up trying to do something to stop Zielinski's crossovers or something like that, which would make me loose, but just driving by myself, it was plowing.
Well, definitely does play to your favor here tonight to come home with a victory. Better finish this week. I think you finished around 16th position last week at Talladega. You're able to take the victory here. Heading into Kentucky next week, what's that bode for the number 2 team?
I don't know. Last time I went there, I got destroyed, so I don't really know. Shelton was extremely fast. I was plowing at Kentucky. We had some overcast weather, so don't really know what to expect there. I'll just show up and hope for the best, I guess. Hopefully we can have a repeat of the night, but I wouldn't expect that at Kentucky.
All right. Well, we look forward to that event to come, knowing that Ariadne's not going to be fielding the grid, but Bobby Zelensky is going to put some wrench time and some work time to see if he could give you a good run for your money next week. Is there any shout-outs finally you'd like to give to our YouTube audience?
Again, just thank you for broadcasting. Thank everybody for watching. I'd like to give a big shout-out to David Shutt on his finish tonight. He ran really well. He was trying to chirp at me on my Q lap there, and I try and tell these kids that you don't pay in qualifying, so you gotta step up the race game if you want to chirp a little bit. And thank everybody at Auto Targets for sponsoring me on my truck side, and Badass Beard Care. You follow them on Facebook. They have a lot of deals going on, and WK&D Designs for painting my beautiful truck. And I don't know, it just feels great. So I'll see you next Monday at Kentucky, I guess.
All right, Marcus. Well, congratulations again tonight. Go celebrate your victory, and we'll catch you next week.
Yep. Oh, one more thing. I guess I messed up Dard's outlap there a little bit. He thought I was going to go up the track, and I just stayed on the bottom. So sorry to him for messing up his line there. Wasn't intentional. He's a good bud of mine. I didn't really mean to mess him up. So we'll see you next week.
All right, Marcus. Well, thank you much for your time, buddy, and we'll see you.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. What a rocky start to the night. It's tonight's race, but we were able to pull it together for you and be able to capture a great finish to a great race here at Auto Club. Definitely was sweating bullets there trying to get that broadcast back up for you, as these guys tend to put on a great racing league. If you're not able to capture these guys on Monday nights and your free Sunday, Max Spade TV, Rudy Cumming over there does an excellent job covering their Super Rattled Truck Series. So we will go ahead and take a look at the final results here before we sign out tonight. Number 2 of Marcus Richardson coming in first. Bobby Zelensky, Ariadne, Connor Anton, Bobby Cheney. Rounding out your top 5, Tyler Ducharme, Alex Peck, Freddie De La Rosa, Jared Darling, Cody Miller. Rounding your top 10, Dean Helt, Sean Williams, Nicholas Coruscant. Very impressive from that 53. Led 21 laps, falls back to 13th position. Delonte Ballard, Matt Simpson rounding out your 15. Alex Cheminade, David Shutt, Derek Bordeaux, the pole sitter here tonight, falls back to 18th position after some engine problems. Number 8 to Josh Robin, Bob English rounding out your top 20. Arton Shelley, Bobby Maiden, Josh Barry, Trevor Pertorelli, Randy Roberts, and Justin Gable. The top 26 of the field. We'll be back in action next Monday night, folks, for the continuation of the Autism Awareness Series. Race number 3 will be at Kentucky Motor Speedway. You definitely want to tune in and capture that next Monday night. Tomorrow night, we're going to be back in action for it, bringing another broadcast from another league. The Anarchy Motorsports League kicks off their Wounded Warrior Project Cup Series. Wednesday night, continuation of the Michelangelo's Painting Xfinity Series. Will be a great race. I believe they're going into Atlanta. Thursday night, the iCar Cup Series continues, and Friday night, Loose Lug Nuts K&N Series will continue on their series, as it's been a great race there on Friday nights. We do thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. I'm Dustin Caldwell, and as always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night.